Hello everybody, this is an astrological forecast for Gemini for November of 2012. This also applies if you have a Gemini ascendant. Yes, my Geminis, remember Jupiter, the planet of good fortune, is in your sign until June of 2013. And on top of that this month, for the first couple of weeks of the month, on and off, we've got the vibration of a trine between Venus and this Jupiter from your first to your fifth house. This is a wonderful time for socializing, for having fun in relationships. It's a great time for an opportunity to meet somebody, to get into a romance, to be romantic with somebody that you already are in a relationship with. It's a good time for planning a child, good time for planning a wedding, a marriage. It's also a good time for planning a new business opportunity, starting something new. Those aspects are very favorable. It's also a good time for planning a vacation and getting away on holiday. So that's your good news, Gemini. The other thing is that we've got your ruling planet, Mercury, going retrograde from the 5th to the 25th of this month. So as you know, Geminis, your ruling planet affects you greatly. It means you're going to have to be extra careful about how you communicate, what you're saying. Try not to be too scattered with your thinking, a little bit all over the place sometimes. It's also a wonderful time, Geminis, for doing research, which you like, finding out information, for going over things, maybe redoing something from the past and getting it right, but not a wonderful time, of course, for starting new things. And this Mercury retrograde is happening in your 7th house of relationship. So you need to be very careful about communications. Strong possibility you could be misunderstood, or you may mishear what somebody else has said. Sometimes you have a tendency, Gemini, to take on things much too personally. Maybe somebody really didn't mean what you thought they meant, and you've got upset or offended about something. Maybe it wasn't quite so serious after all, and you can just let it go in your usual airy way. You can drop something. Remember to back up your hard drive on your computer and make sure your antivirus is updated before it goes retrograde. And we've got a lot happening this month for you in the 6th house of work, health, service to others. Particularly, we've got this solar eclipse happening on the 13th of the month. And the vibrations of a solar eclipse last for 6 months or even more after the eclipse. And a solar eclipse very often brings about a crisis, a need for change. And for you, it could well happen in your work area, or it could be in your physical health. Maybe you need to make some serious changes. Maybe it's time to go on that exercise routine. Maybe it's time to do something different for your health. Maybe it's important to study a new way of looking after your diet. Maybe there are some new things that you could learn that will help you to be more healthy. Maybe you've got yourself too stressed and too worked up. Very often, Geminis, you do get stressed with so much that seems to be going on around you. You draw a lot of things happening to you, but sometimes it's too much. Maybe you need some rest time, some relaxation time. Maybe there's just too much on in your life. The eclipse could certainly bring about a change in your work, an ending of one work, a beginning of another. Maybe you're not feeling as though you're useful enough. You're doing something that feels valuable enough in your work. Maybe it's time for that to change. This solar eclipse will trigger that. A solar eclipse usually brings outside events like a new job, new work opportunity, somebody new to work with, a new business opportunity. Could be a marriage, could be a divorce. There's lots of things that are triggered, and it's usually big life events during a solar eclipse. Towards the end of the month, we've got Mars into your 7th house, along with this Mercury retrograde. So there could be some conflicts with other people, some disagreements. You might be sticking up for your rights for a change and not allowing people to get away with something. It's a very good time for clearing the air and getting something off your chest. And that's a good thing for Geminis to do anyway. We've also got Mars-Pluto in your 8th house, almost at the end of the month, really, the energies coming together. So there could be some issues around possessions, joint possessions, things you own with a partner or somebody else, some issues to be dealt with there. There could be some conflict around money. but also the potential for you to bring in a lot of money to you. Be very careful with debt. If you are in debt, try to get out of debt. But if you're investing in something, there could be a very powerful opportunity coming to you, Geminis. So there you have it, my dear Geminis. I wish you a wonderful month. Thank you to those of you who favourite, who like the videos, who pass them on. You might want to find out about what this solar eclipse has in store for you personally for these next 6 months to a year. How's it going to affect you? Whatever happens, I'm always delighted to hear from you. Thank you for listening. Bye for now.